Hi everyone, welcome to the Jewelry Making Fun Collab. Every month on the 18th of the month at noon Eastern, a bunch of us that'll all be linked down below participate in this collab, and we have a color theme that is set each month, and then there are two options, and this month the color theme was pale pink or pale yellow or both. I've done a lot, and I've done everything, and most everything. Option one then is to, oh gosh, I think use flowers, floral design, something like that. And then the last one was religious, Easter themed, or Earth Day. I don't really think I did that except by pulling in the flowers. I have a lot of flower stuff going on here. So yeah, I don't know if I really did Earth Day. So the first thing I did is pale pink. And I was actually cleaning up the other day for something different. My bargain bead box kits, and I had barely used anything from January 2021, which happened to be rose quartz and pink. And so it had this beautiful carved flower and this pair of two little carved flowers, so I thought I'll just use that. So all the beads here came out of that kit, and even there's little tiny rose gold sort of colored spacer beads, and they came out of the kit. The wire and the toggle or hook and eye came out of the kit. The wire I've had in my stash for a long time. It's a Doris brand, which I know they used to sell at AC Moore, but I'm pretty sure I got it at a place called Flower and Craft Warehouse, which is now closed. But it's, you know, not all these rose gold color wires are created equal. This is 20 gauge, and it's really kind of a stiff, almost like a German wire, like the Beading German wires are. But it's copper wire, but it's got a sterling silver plated rose gold color. So I guess they plated the copper with sterling silver, and then over top that they put this rose gold color, and it gives this sort of a much more pale color. So apparently back then I had bought at, you know, on sale for $1.98 each of these, a 20 gauge and a 22 gauge. Well, thankfully, because I went digging and found them, and they went beautifully with this. But see, here's the thing, a lot of rose gold color is this darker color, and there was a mix in the bag, so I went ahead and used the clasp. It was there. But basically I used the 8mm rose quartz, and then these are crystals, so every other one is it's pink AB or something like that. Let me see if I wrote it down. I don't know. It's crystal rondelle beads, yeah. Pink Jade AB is what it's called. So it has sort of a milky look and then an AB finish. So I just did 8mm, the rondelles, 8mm rondelles, etc. all the way to the back. This is about a 16 or 16 and a half inch necklace before the pendant drop. And what I did on that is I put wire through also. But to get out from the bead, I put 3 of the little spacers on either side, and then I wire wrapped it and bent it a little bit so it turned up. And that is a beautiful necklace. It even actually fits me, so I was surprised about that. But anyway, I love that one. And then the little earrings, I had to make ear wires because I didn't have any ear wires that color of rose gold. But even the head pins had these little domes on, which were from jewelrymaker.com years ago, and they're a little darker, but oh well. And then there's one of the spacers, and then in the kit there's also 6mm rose quartz, so I used 2 of those. And then these ear wires that I made by myself, I can show you sometime, not right now, how to do that, but I put a little spacer on and formed the ear wires. I hammered them with a plastic mallet, and I used a cup burr to smooth the ends. So if you're interested in knowing how I made those, let me know, and you can use any kind of small bead that you want on them to coordinate with your projects. And then here I made simple ear wires, and these are just the 8mm and the, you know, the same as I used there. So the 8mm, the spacer, and the crystal. And so I made simple earrings there. So that's the first set. I have like 4 or 5 sets to show you. I'm gonna pause and I'll be right back. Okay, set 2, or necklace and earrings. They're not, well, anyway. So now I'm bringing in August 2021 bargain bead box, and I had used some of that because that's the one I did the maker mashup, and I can't remember the lady's channel, and she hasn't been on for a while. She kind of didn't do that, and then Erica was her name. But anyway, so we had picked some things out of it to use to make things, and I never went back and used the rest of the kit when I still have some stuff left. But anyway, so this pendant was out of there, and it has a flower, so that fit the flower theme and the pale pink. These fuchsia agates, I have one of those left now because it was almost like a really dark purple, almost black. These 2 beads, do they look familiar? I just hauled something like that from Beadbox Bargains recently. 10mm floral porcelain beads, I believe. These little beads here, they're bell flowers, or I used them as bead caps here to just draw a little more, give a little more interest. All these little 4mm grass green bicones were from the kit. The pink crystals, like I used in the other necklace, were in the kit. And this toggle clasp was in the kit, and it's a flower. So let me undo that and show you. So I used that as well. I had 3 of those left, and I used all 3, and I'll show you that in a minute. And the chain was in the kit also. So I think what I used here was pink fluorite beading wire. Pink tourmaline, excuse me, pink tourmaline, and that was from a Soft Flex kit, Resort Chic, that I had left over. I did put wire guardians on. I didn't put crimp covers on. And then these white beads, I think were shell pearl, and they were out of a really old bargain bead box because they had a number on them, but they're like, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 years old, something like that. I don't know. The little bead caps on the whites came out of the kit. So basically, and there's little tiny spacers in between around the pink crystals, and they came out of the kit. So this one is 18-inch, and I love this one. I did use some oval jump rings back here at the back to hook the chain onto the clasp. And yeah, I really like that. I hope you do too. I love that pendant, and I knew I wanted to use that. So, and why did I go? I think I was looking for something, and I found that kit, and I'm like, oh, flowers. And then I found these little bell flowers. So yeah, I love that necklace. And then the earrings are shoulder dusters. They're 3 3/4 inches long. I used the last 2 toggle clasps. I used the, let's see, there's 4 and 6. There were 10 of these little flower beads, and I used all of them. So I used 6 on the earrings, and the 4 leaves were all that were left. I think there might have been more of those, and we had those for our maker mashup. I cannot remember. But these I just wire wrapped. These 2 are directly onto, they're actually 6mm heavy duty jump rings onto here. And then the chain, I cut, I think 5 links for this and only 2 links for this, but then I hooked it onto here with a 4mm jump ring. But all the rings up here are 6mm heavy duty, as is this one. The bead caps, and again the crystal up there. I just think they came out cute. They're a little long for me, but if you like shoulder duster earrings, they're really cute. And the leaves are supposed to hang when you hold them up. They do, but they're supposed to hang in between the flowers like that. See? There we go. So, oops, I have that up too high. So there's that one. And then I switched gears and went to yellow. So those are my pink makes. So I did 2 necklaces and 3 pairs of earrings so far. Let me just put that aside. And let me pause for a minute and I'll be right back again. Okay, everyone. So the next set, remember we had pale pink or pale yellow. So I went with pale yellow and I went looking for flowers because I knew I had stuff. So what I found were these, how big are these? 14 millimeter, I think. These are mother of pearl, and these were called yellow, and these were called yellow orange. And then I felt like pearls would go good with it, so I actually finished a pack of cultured, I guess freshwater cultured Baroque pearls. They're sort of oval in shape a little bit. And I made a necklace, a bracelet, and a cute little pair of earrings. Now, the spacers came out of the October 2021 bargain bead box called Taking Wing, which I hadn't used at all. They're cute little spacers that have ridges on them, and I just put, well, I did this part first, and I thought, how am I going to do the back? I don't always want to use chain. This is an 18-inch necklace, and originally I was thinking of pearl knotting, but I didn't think I'd like that next to these flower beads. I wanted more bling to it, if you will. So I just did every other one and put the spacers in between, and then back here I changed it to just the pearls, and that with all the pieces. I lay everything out first, because if I don't, I might not have enough beads. Like, I finished this pack. I don't remember how many were in it, but I think I did the necklace, the earrings, and then there were only 4 left for the bracelet. So you see the pattern changes right here with, I just added another pale yellow to get the length I needed on there. This was not from Bargain Bead Box either. This was from jewelrymaker.com in a kit of gold-plated copper, I think, toggle clasps. The ear wires were from Fire Mountain, and they're just shell. They have a shell on them, and I thought that was appropriate for mother of pearl. So this is simple strung. Oh, and the beading wire, I did use the yellow lemon quartz beading wire, and that I finished it between this and the next project. But this was from the Be Kind Soft Flex kit from last, I don't know, let's see, July 2021. And I basically am almost everything is done in that kit now. So I hope you like that. This, I think, is a 7-inch bracelet, yes. And I don't know how long these are, but these are a reasonable length. I just have a little bead dangle here. Oh, the pearls wouldn't go through my regular 21 gauge head pins, so I have a whole bunch of little boxes of featherweight head pins with a little ball on the end, but I put one of the little spacer beads there, and it made it look like a fancy, more of a fancy head pin. See, and I wasn't sure I liked the look of the spacer at the bottom of that bead, but I also didn't want the bead, the end of the head pin, to go into the bead, and that helped protect it from doing that, if that makes sense. So it's really, they're really thin wire. I'd say equivalent to like 28 gauge wire or something. And then again, just the little light lemon, they're on a regular head pin, they fit 21 gauge head pin, and then just wire wrapped onto the lever backs. So really cute. And I have one more set to show you, so let me pause again. Okay, everyone, last set. No earrings with this one. This is a 20-inch necklace and a 7-inch bracelet. It's a tight 7-inch, so I think it's like 6 3/4 to 7-inch. It fits 7-inch, but just. Okay, so another strung piece. This is what actually finished the lemon quartz beading wire. These are all quartzite beads. These are carved flowers made out of quartzite, which I had from jewelrymaker.com, I believe. I forgot to check that. I have it written down, but I didn't turn the page. Anyway, and then these are 10mm round cream quartzite, they're called. These were called yellow, and some of them are more white and some are more yellow. So what I did is I alternated the more yellow ones, which is the center one, with the white ones, the yellow ones, the white ones, and some even are more brown. And then on the bracelet, I just put one, and I'll talk about that in a minute. These little connectors, they're single-sided flower connectors. They're called buttercups, which I thought was appropriate for using yellow, right? I don't know that these are, but hey, it works. I happen to have 3 of them in my stash from many years ago when I bought from EE Beads, which is long out of business. But the bead caps and the charms, the feathers, which I was trying to bring in more art day, you know. They're in the toggle clasp, which has like a floral or a butterfly almost on it. They just call it embellished toggle clasp, I think. They're from the October 2021 bargain bead box. And then I did crimp with Beadalon crimps and put a Beadalon crimp cover on. And the chain is out of the October 2021 bargain bead box kit as well. And I did put oval jump ring back here on the chain just to help it go through the, you know, this to go through, and also to hold these charms back here. Now the bracelet, I ran out of these goldenrod quartz. Well, funny story, when I was making this yesterday, which would have been actually March 1st, I was bead stringing. I had clamped the one end, and I was putting stuff on, and I dropped the whole thing, and I had beads fly everywhere. I am pretty sure I lost 2 of these because, and then this morning, which is March 2nd, when I finished it, I restrung it, I dropped just one of those beads. So supposedly in this little kit, which also was from jewelrymaker.com a while back, there were supposed to be 25 per color, and I have 1 left. So that's 24. I only used 22, so there's 2 missing. I'm betting they're on the floor somewhere, and I just have to look harder. So anyway, I was going to put 2 more here, and I couldn't find them yet. But I will, because actually when I was looking for them yesterday, I actually found another bead and a little piece of stainless steel stretch stuff that I had cut from the Softflex kit for something else, and yeah, it was on the floor too. So these were out of the Be Kind, the Jesse James bead mix, I think out of the Be Kind kit. And I had saved them, and at first I thought they were rose gold. They're kind of a cross between rose gold and gold, but none of my rose gold matched them, so I went with gold as the findings. And these were also out of the Be Kind kit because I didn't have enough of these goldenrod spacers, and also that just helps you get the toggle clasp on the back of your wrist better because it's thinner beads. And I did put crimp covers over them, the crimps back there also. So same thing, all quartzite beads, no spacers or bead caps on this one because they didn't really look right with these filigree. Oh, and on the filigree ones, I put 2 of these little bisque or cream colored fire polish inside there to help hold them on better. So I really like how that turned out too. I love all the sets really. So in summary, I have a 20-inch necklace with a 7-inch, 6 3/4, 7-inch bracelet in quartzite mostly, a freshwater pearl and shell necklace, bracelet, and earrings. And then going down the pink line, I love this necklace. I love both these pink necklaces. I love them all. I made them, so I guess I would. But I really like that pendant, and I remember when I got that box that I'm going to want to use that. These earrings, though, they're a little, I love how they look. They're a little too long for me, so I'll probably end up selling everything. And this was a labor of love because I had to wire wrap all those links. I don't know where to put everything. So that is here too. And the 2 earrings with the handmade ear wires. And yeah, I think everything came out well, and I just was on a roll and I didn't want to stop. I had ideas in my head, and as I was looking for beads, I found all this stuff for flowers and everything. Now see, these are natural dyed, but the shell mother of pearl is natural, so you do get some brown spots on them occasionally. And actually I had to restring one of these ones because one of the beads was cut lopsided and it was real thin on one side, so I tried to put on the thicker pieces. Some of them are a little thinner than others, but they're at least flat and even. So yeah, you have to look out for that kind of stuff with natural kind of beads. Alright everyone, please be sure to go check everyone else out. I didn't do any tutorial for you because we would have been here forever because this was already long. And I will talk to you again soon, I hope. And if you liked anything you saw, please give me a thumbs up. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. There's just triggers in YouTube, and I'm not really talking monetization. I don't even know if I want to do that on this channel. But there are some other privileges 1,000 subscribers gives you in YouTube, and I'd like to have those. So anyway, talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace. Be sure to check everyone else out in the link below. Bye.